When Taylor Sheridan's new Yellowstone spin-off, The Madison, debuted, it racked up 8 million global streams in its first 10 days. The show follows a wealthy family forced to abandon their comfortable Manhattan lifestyle and relocate to the rural isolation of Montana following a sudden tragedy. That tragedy strikes in the very first episode. The family patriarch, Preston Clyburn, played by Kurt Russell, dies unexpectedly, stripping the family of their gravitational sensor. The death leaves his longtime wife, Stacy, reeling. She is suddenly forced to navigate her grief while grappling with the agonizing realization that she never fully grasped the depth of their connection while he was alive. But the true weight of this fictional loss comes from the man playing the deceased husband. For Kurt Russell, reading the script meant confronting a terrifying parallel to his own life. Russell admitted he had a hard time even getting through the show's scripts. The material hit him intensely hard, forcing him to face the reality of his own aging and mortality. To understand why, you have to look at the woman he goes home to. Russell has been in a committed relationship with Goldie Hawn for over 40 years, an astonishingly rare tenure in Hollywood. Reading a story about a husband abruptly leaving his deeply devoted wife behind acted as a dark mirror. The fictional tragedy mapped perfectly onto his most personal fears. A sudden television death is shocking, but it highlights the slow, inevitable reality of aging. Couples who have spent decades together eventually have to look at the ticking clock and accept that their shared time is running out. Russell's genuine dread of either losing Hawn or leaving her behind to mourn him provides the emotional engine for his performance. The authenticity on screen exists because the terror behind the scenes is real. Stacy's grief in The Madison is a paralysis of unrealized connection. She is crushed by the sudden weight of the things she never asked and the parts of her husband she never tried to know. This disconnect is anchored to a physical place, Preston's beloved Montana cabin. It was his favorite spot and the place where he died. Stacy had never bothered to visit it while he was alive. Arriving in the Madison River Valley, she discovers an entire side of the man she married that she entirely missed. Her regret is rooted in knowing how much more they could have shared if she had only paid attention. This tragedy of the unsaid functions as a terrifying psychological mirror for any audience member old enough to see their own remaining years dwindling. The depth of that mirror becomes obvious when you trace Russell and Hawn's history. They first met on a set in 1966, but the relationship officially turned romantic while filming Swing Shift in 1983. Since then, they have successfully navigated the relentless pressure of industry fame while raising a large, blended family of 4 children. Russell looked at the script and recognized his own life. He noted that the bond between Preston and Stacy is the exact same rare, deeply loving relationship he shares with Goldie, a partnership where there is no other shoe to drop. Because of that deep bond, Russell admits he and Hawn regularly have the exact same difficult conversations as their fictional counterparts. They openly discuss the limited time they have left, reviewing what they've accomplished and deciding how to spend their final chapters. The emotional power in the script is harvested from the genuine, late-in-life existential dread Russell experiences when reflecting on his own 40-year romance. To keep this heavy, grounded reality from sinking into pure melodrama, Taylor Sheridan balances the grief with sharp gallows humor, allowing the characters to stumble through their loss with bitter wit. And Preston doesn't entirely disappear. He remains the gravitational center of the show, appearing through flashbacks in every single episode of the first season to guide his family's memory. The fully filmed second season promises to dive even deeper. Russell confirmed that the upcoming episodes will heavily feature Preston and Stacy together, proving that true connection outlasts physical death. Russell's public reflections highlight the danger of the quiet assumption that there is always more time to discover the people we love. By opening up about his own vulnerability, Russell turns a fictional Montana tragedy into a reminder that once the other shoe drops, the chance to truly know a partner is gone forever.